Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. Never eat alone, and other secrets to success, one relationship at a time, by Ferrazzi. Interesting book, I liked it. Just the title's pretty catchy. It's The Ultimate Networker reveals how to build a lifelong community of colleagues, contacts, friends, and mentors. You know, the thing about this book is it just reinforces the idea it's not what you know, it's who you know, but even more importantly, it's who knows you. I liked it. I don't know if I'd say it's a must read. Maybe for somebody in their 20s, a high schooler getting ready to graduate, might be a good book for them. You know, give it to them for a graduation gift. Read you a few quotes. Well, I agree with Dr. Campbell. All good decisions, I'm convinced, comes from good information. Deciding on your passion, your bliss, your blue flame is no different. There are two aspects to getting good information. One part comes from within you, the other part comes from those around you. And so, I guess it's one of those things, if you lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. So, you just want to make sure you're associating up the food chain, not just at your level in the food chain. Okay, here we go. He says, the tool I use is something I call the Relationship Action Plan. The plan is separated into three distinct parts. The first part is devoted to the development of the goals that will help you fulfill your mission. The second part is devoted to connecting those goals to the people, places, and things that will help you get the job done. And the third part helps you determine the best way to reach out to the people who will help you accomplish your goals. It's one thing about small towns. Just about everybody knows everybody, and you know who the movers and shakers are. And you almost always see them standing in the newspaper, smiling, shaking hands, or getting some award or something. And it always seems to be the same people over and over again. You look at who's on the boards, who's on the committees. It always seems like it's the same people and over again. So if you want to get into that group, you gotta, somehow figure out a way to befriend somebody so they can bring you in, because otherwise, the door is just barred. They're just not going to let you in. You've got to work your way in, but it's even more so, it's better if somebody brings you in. You get their stamp of approval. And here we go on page 82. In 15 seconds, I use my 4 rules for what I call warm calling. Number 1, convey credibility by mentioning a familiar person or institution. Number 2, state your value proposition. Number 3, impart urgency and convenience by being prepared to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes to meet the other person on his or her terms. And number 4, be prepared to offer a compromise that secures a definite follow-up at a minimum. Because you meet somebody important or somebody famous, like on a plane or something, somebody you've always wanted to meet, well, why do they want to be interested in you? You got to think about this ahead of time. Basically have your sales pitch. I think they call it like your elevator pitch, where you got 15 seconds or 30 seconds to introduce yourself and tell this other person why they should give you the time of day. It might sound kind of brown-nosing or kissing up, but you see, that's just people who don't know how to do it and how to work it. That's just what they call it. The whole idea is to do what works, which is my personal philosophy. And this is a way of putting yourself in the position to meet people, get the connections that'll help you achieve your goals in your life. Because it doesn't matter what those other people say, it matters what you do and the results you produce. And the sooner you learn that, the better. Okay, let's move on to page 161. I try to find out what motivations drive that person. It often comes down to one of 3 things: making money, finding love, or changing the world. You laugh. Most people do when confronted with the reality of their deepest desires. So if you think about it, there's a lot of people out there want to make money, probably make more money than they're making now. Finding love. There's a lot of lonely people out there looking for their mate. Look at all the dating sites on the internet. Or number 3, changing the world. A lot of do-gooders out there want to put their mark on the world. So you want to find out what the other person's real passion is, and then you can use that. You help them with theirs, they in turn will help you with yours. It's kind of like a back scratch. Finally, last quote, page 174. Successfully connecting with others is never about simply getting what you want. It's about getting what you want and making sure that the people who are important to you get what they want first. Often that means fixing up people who would otherwise never have an opportunity to meet. So if you know this person over here and this person over here, and you think, you know what, if these two guys ever got together, you know, something good might happen. Well, if you connect these two people and something good happens, they're going to remember you. So when it comes to your turn, hopefully you'll get what you want. So anyway, Never Read Alone. Keith Ferrazzi, good book. I recommend reading it.